Today we're going to address one of the most common and often misunderstood problems: insomnia. Insomnia is not simply the inability to sleep. It is a symptom of imbalance in your body or mind. It can stem from physical causes such as hormonal imbalances, nutritional deficiencies, or underlying medical conditions. It can also be triggered by psychological factors like stress, anxiety, and depression. Even external influences, light pollution, environmental noise, or excessive use of electronic devices, contribute to the problem. What makes insomnia even more complicated is the vicious cycle it creates. Lack of sleep increases your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which in turn makes it even harder to rest. This affects your immune system, reduces your ability to concentrate, and increases the risk of serious health problems such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. If you felt trapped in this cycle, you are not alone. And the best part is this: you can break it. Imagine this. You lie down, hoping to relax, but your mind starts replaying unfinished tasks, past mistakes, and future worries. You toss and turn, checking the clock over and over again, and every passing minute makes you feel more frustrated. You know tomorrow will be a difficult day, but you can't stop it. When you finally fall asleep, your rest is shallow, interrupted, and non-restorative. You wake up feeling more exhausted than when you went to bed. This experience may feel familiar because it is the daily reality for millions of people. But there is something you need to know. You are not meant to live like this. Your body and mind are designed to rest and repair during sleep. Insomnia is only a temporary obstacle, and with the right steps, you can overcome it. The first step to defeating insomnia is identifying and addressing its underlying causes. Let's start with your environment. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep. Keep the room dark, cool, and quiet. Use blackout curtains and, if necessary, invest in a white noise machine or earplugs. Avoid using your bed for activities like watching television or working. Associate this space exclusively with rest. The next step is developing a consistent routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This regulates your biological clock and improves sleep quality. Before going to bed, avoid exposure to screens, as blue light suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. If you must use electronic devices, consider activating a blue light filter or wearing special glasses. Relaxation is key to preparing your body and mind for sleep. Dedicate at least 30 minutes before bedtime to calming activities such as reading, meditating, or listening to relaxing music. One particularly effective technique is diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly for 8 seconds with your mouth open. Repeat this cycle several times, and you will feel your body begin to relax. This can help calm your mind and reduce stress. Your diet also plays a crucial role in sleep quality. Include foods rich in tryptophan, such as bananas, almonds, and turkey, which help produce serotonin and melatonin. Avoid caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon, as they can interfere with your ability to sleep. Natural herbal teas like chamomile, valerian root, or lavender tea are excellent options to help you relax before bed. Regular exercise is also essential. Activities such as walking, swimming, or practicing yoga not only improve physical health, but also help you sleep better. However, avoid intense exercise too close to bedtime, as it can stimulate your nervous system. Insomnia is often linked to negative thought patterns. If you find that your mind is full of worries when you lie down, try writing them down in a journal before going to sleep. This can help clear your mind and reduce anxiety. If intrusive thoughts persist, consider seeking support from a mental health professional. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia is an evidence-based technique that has proven to be highly effective in treating this condition. Do you find these tips helpful? If so, make sure to subscribe to this channel right now and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if everything you've heard so far still isn't enough, let me talk to you about magnesium. You are 60 years old, and even though you sleep, you feel like you don't truly rest. You go to bed tired and wake up feeling the same or worse. Your muscles feel stiff in the morning, your hands numb, your legs heavy, as if they never fully relaxed overnight. It takes longer to get your day started. It takes more effort to focus, to remember simple words, or to maintain patience with things that never used to bother you. Some nights you wake up with muscle cramps, other nights with palpitations, and other times with a sense of restlessness that's hard to explain. Many times you blame it on age, on stress, on what's considered normal after 60, because that's what you've been told for years. But here comes the uncomfortable question: what if it's not just age? What if your body is reacting to a silent deficiency no one ever explained how to fix? In many older adults, these symptoms, stiffness, insomnia, mild anxiety, mental fatigue, slow digestion, are not failures of the body. They are warning signs. And one of the most common, underestimated, and underdiagnosed causes is functional magnesium deficiency. Not just a lack of the mineral itself, but something even more important. The body is no longer absorbing or using it the way it once did. And this is the real issue after 60. Because many people do take magnesium. They go to the pharmacy, buy what was recommended, take it faithfully, and still feel no change. Then they assume magnesium doesn't work, that it's just a trend, or that their body no longer responds. But what almost no one explains is that magnesium doesn't work like a typical pill. It works like a biochemical key that only opens doors when used at the right time, in the right form, and without interference. Taking it incorrectly is like planting an orange tree and expecting papayas. To help you understand this better, let me tell you about Marta, a 68-year-old woman who lived for over a year with insomnia, nighttime anxiety, and constant muscle pain. She tried several magnesium brands, took it before bed as instructed, but saw no improvement. She even thought her body no longer responded to supplements. The problem wasn't magnesium, it was the timing, the form, and the combinations. She was taking calcium at night, magnesium with her multivitamin, and eating dinner very late. When she corrected just 3 things, separating calcium, taking magnesium earlier in the evening, and changing the form, within 3 weeks her sleep became deeper, her nighttime anxiety disappeared, and her muscle cramps almost completely stopped. Now let's talk about magnesium in clear terms. Magnesium is an essential mineral involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It regulates muscle contraction and relaxation, stabilizes heart rhythm, helps regulate blood pressure, plays a role in the production of serotonin and melatonin, and is indispensable for the nervous system and the brain. Studies in older adults have shown that adequate magnesium levels are associated with less inflammation, better sleep quality, lower risk of falls, improved cognitive function, and fewer muscle cramps and spasms. The problem is that after 60, the body changes. The intestines absorb less, the kidneys excrete more, and many common medications at this stage of life, diuretics, antacids like omeprazole, blood pressure medications, osteoporosis drugs, or antiarrhythmics, directly interfere with magnesium. Add to this habitual coffee consumption, mild chronic dehydration, and a diet that may seem balanced but is often low in minerals. The result is a silent deficiency that doesn't always show up in blood tests, because those tests only measure circulating magnesium, not intracellular magnesium, which is what muscles and the brain actually use. It's like having fuel in the tank, but never reaching the engine. So let's get to the most important question. What is the best time to take magnesium after 60? If your main problem is insomnia, nighttime awakenings, anxiety at bedtime, morning stiffness, or nighttime cramps, the best time to take magnesium is between 7 and 9 p.m., ideally 1 hour after dinner and at least 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed. At that time, your body begins to lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and prepares to produce melatonin. Magnesium acts as a natural modulator of the nervous system, helping the brain slow down and the muscles relax. Studies in older adults have shown that nighttime magnesium supplementation improves sleep efficiency, reduces awakenings, and decreases morning fatigue. But here's a key detail almost no one mentions. You should not take magnesium right as you get into bed. If you do, some forms can stimulate the intestines and disrupt sleep. The body needs time to absorb it. On the other hand, if your main problem is constipation, slow digestion, daytime fatigue, or muscle weakness, the best time is in the morning, on an empty stomach, between 6:30 and 8 a.m., with water only, waiting at least 30 minutes before breakfast. This allows for more direct absorption and a sustained effect throughout the day. Jose, a 72-year-old man, had been taking magnesium with breakfast for years without noticing any benefit. When he moved his dose to the morning on an empty stomach and separated it from coffee, his digestion improved in less than a week, and his daytime energy increased noticeably. What about midday? It can be useful for those who experience muscle tension, neck stiffness, or joint pain after eating, but only if it's not combined with calcium. Calcium and magnesium compete for the same intestinal transporters. Taking them together is one of the most common mistakes in older adults and one of the main reasons magnesium doesn't work. Calcium is important, yes, but it should be taken in the morning or midday, and magnesium preferably in the evening. Another common sabotage is taking magnesium with multivitamins that contain iron, zinc, or phosphorus. It's not that those supplements are bad. Magnesium simply needs its own space to be absorbed. Now let's talk about the type of magnesium, because a lot of effectiveness is lost here. Magnesium oxide, the cheapest and most common form, has an absorption rate of less than 4%. In older adults, this is practically useless. The most bioavailable forms are magnesium bisglycinate, citrate, and malate. Bisglycinate is ideal for insomnia, anxiety, and a sensitive nervous system. Malate for fatigue and muscle weakness, and citrate for constipation. Absorption also depends on the condition of the gut. A diet high in ultra-processed foods, sugars, and low in fiber inflames the intestinal lining and makes mineral absorption more difficult. That's why pairing supplementation with magnesium-rich foods, such as cooked spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocado, unsweetened dark cocoa, and whole oats, significantly improves results. Hydration is also essential, since magnesium is a water-soluble mineral. Finally, there's a factor that's rarely discussed: hormonal changes with aging. In both postmenopausal women and older men, hormones influence the transport of magnesium into cells. When this transport fails, insomnia, anxiety, muscle pain, and bone discomfort appear. That's why, after 60, magnesium used correctly can make a profound difference in quality of life. In summary, it's not just about taking magnesium, it's about taking it correctly, at the right time, in the right form, and without blocking its absorption. Magnesium can be a powerful tool to sleep better, move with less pain, think more clearly, and live more calmly. But it requires knowledge. Listen to your body. If there is insomnia, stiffness, fatigue, constipation, or anxiety, don't ignore it. These are not inevitable failures of aging. They are messages. And now you know how to interpret them. If this content helped you, subscribe to Health After 60. You won't want to miss the next video.